and it is a portal from New York City to Dublin. It's not a literal portal. It is just a camera. It sounds exciting. It has been the ghettoest thing in the world. Like, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why. Yup, it's TMZ Verify the podcast. I'm Wyld.
I'm Steph.
What up, y'all?
Hi.
New week.
New me.
Same me.
Same us.
I'm the same person last week. But you know who's not the same person? That was a really bad transition. I tried to make something out of nothing.
I was like, who are we going to pick for that?
Know.
I was like, wow.
Today, we got to talk about the real life Martha from Baby Reindeer. Y'all know that poppin' show on Netflix.
Wyld's convinced that we had this conversation, but he does not understand that maybe the conversations we're having, I don't remember.
Well, the real life Martha, who inspired the
Baby Reindeer Netflix
show, is now demanding that Piers Morgan give her $1 million because she did an interview with Piers Morgan last week and he only paid her. He paid her a little bit of ass money. I'm going to tell y'all about it. I thought we had heard the craziest of allegations about Nickelodeon, about Dan Schneider, about the Quiet on Set stuff. But this new revelation, y'all, from Lori Beth Denberg, who is like a national treasure. Lori Beth from All That, y'all know who I'm talking about. Like, sweet, happy, funny, literally one of the funniest people on the All That show, has now revealed some crazy ass allegations about Dan Schneider and alleged abuse that she went through, and it's wild.
Now we know it's real.
Yeah.
Really.
Because like Lori Beth,
you know what? You're not going to lie about
something about Lori Beth seems very truthful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I believe Lori Beth. But I want to start with, this is my favorite thing in the world right now, and I'm so pissed that I'm not on the East Coast. There is a portal, y'all. Y'all already know this. There is a portal right now that is in New York City, and it is a portal from New York City to Dublin. It's not a literal portal. It is just a camera. So, like, it's alive, though. So people are walking by that are literally in Dublin right now, and then there are obviously people over here in America, in New York City. So you can, like, see them and communicate back with them. It sounds exciting. It has been the ghettoest thing in the world. Like, this is why we can't have nice things. This is why.
We can't have nice
this is why.
You're right.
So we're going to talk about the OnlyFans model, but I would like first to talk about the other incidents. There was one incident where somebody held up a phone to the camera and it said, R.I.P. Pop Smoke. Like,
just starting shit.
At
this point.
People in Ireland just messing with us. And then another person going to come up and they going to put a picture of the...
This is great.
No, this is horrible. They put a picture of the Twin Towers on the thing.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the flashing.
No.
Oh, we're going through them. Okay, yeah.
Like, and I go, are you kidding me? And then people in the comments were like, you know, y'all should grab a bag of potatoes and hold it up. How y'all like this? I'm joking.
Oh.
I didn't say it. That's what the people in the comments were saying. So basically, it's like America versus Ireland.
We would fight. Like, you know what? We would turn this somehow. Why can't we just get along and show each other what's going on?
What's going on in each of our countries?
Hi, guys. Good morning. We can't.
No. So now, Steph.
I'm going to tell you what's happening.
Shit got took to a whole nother level.
All right. So there's an OnlyFans model named Ava Louise. Now, let's start from the beginning. One thing, she was on Verified season 1.
I was about to say,
all right, let's start from there. We have met Ava Louise.
Mm-hmm.
We have spoke to her. And this was before this. So let's just say we know the context of her, okay?
As a person.
As a
right.
person.
Uh-huh.
This is very on brand.
It's openly problematic.
Yes. So this is no shock to us.
No.
We sat at our desk, we stood up, and we go, makes sense. Okay, so basically, Ava Louise goes to this portal with her boyfriend, and she runs up in front of the portal and lifts her shirt. Now, the reaction's a little bit delayed, I would say, for the portal editors. I don't know who's in charge of the delay here, but there's a little bit of delay, but you can automatically see when they notice the tits.
And they go,
oh! And then her boyfriend distracts, the people that are
security.
in charge, security, maybe like the talk show girl of the
right.
portal. What is this? Oh, it's a portal. The explainer girl, because she's not security. She's like it was giving explainer
Yes, there
girl.
was like someone who worked at the portal.
Right, to explain it. And she goes, well, people are just like, doing things that aren't like appropriate and like blah, blah, blah. And there's Ava Louise lifting up her shirt.
With her boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I know we said this at the top, but like Ava Louise is the kind of person and she openly says this, so we're not just making it up.
Right.
She openly says like she tries to think of the most controversial thing she can do, and then she does it. Like,
yep.
It's kind of her thing.
It's so smart in the sense of her OnlyFans business.
It is.
But I do think it goes against the thing of what we're saying. Why can't we just wave to the portal and go, good morning, from one side of the world to the other?
Have you seen Ava Louise's OnlyFans?
Yes. Not like inside, but I've seen that she links it around.
Oh.
I'm sure it's good content.
Good content.
I would love a free subscription so I could see.
I would also love a free subscription.
Right. Because I have no idea. Like, was this on there?
No, this was just a video that they posted on social media.
To get traction
for her OnlyFans.
Brilliant.
Smart.
Marketing.
Like, she might 100%. Be a mess. She's also.
But you know what?
Smart.
Yep. What would you do in front of the thing if you could have some sort of link back to your Instagram to get people to go to it?
You know, I feel like, okay, I don't really know if this is a fact, so I'm just saying this just because of my own American, like, ignorance. But I feel like I don't know if there's a lot of black people in Ireland.
Okay.
So, like, maybe I, like, bring a whole bunch of my homies.
A lot of them.
Yeah, and then we, like, maybe, like, be like, look, fried chicken. Or, like, these are all, because I'm being serious.
I'm
like, I don't know if they have, like, a large.
Let's just say I went to Denmark,
population.
guys, a couple months ago, and every single person looked just like me. I swear to God. I walked into a coffee shop and I go, oh, blue eyes, pale skin, darker blonde hair.
Yeah.
Sisters.
So, like, I don't really know what the black people like in Ireland, but, like, maybe they don't got them, and I would like to show them, like, our
I think
American
you do
black
a full
culture.
slang breakdown.
Okay.
Hey, guys, tomorrow, 12 p.m., we're going to be here to do a slang breakdown.
We call it ghetto translation.
Yes.
I like that.
Why don't we start teaching everyone something? And then they're going to teach you guys how to, drink beer.
You go, how to grow potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say that.
That's Idaho, you idiot.
No, they got potatoes in Ireland.
I'm sure they do, but they're, like, known for their drinking beer. Like, they're very, like, fun.
And the potato famine.
Okay.
You know what? Ever since y'all showed them pictures of the Twin Towers, all the gloves are off.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
The gloves are off. I'm joking.
You're, like, feuding with them. I'm, like, trying to come up with, like, a really good plan. I think we do schedule. I love schedule. I'm so annoying.
Yeah, program schedule?
Always. So we go like this. You know what? Tomorrow, I show you my makeup routine.
And then you show me
your makeup routine. They don't have the same makeup as me. I don't know, a bad example, but you know what? I like the slang school.
Okay, slang school.
12 p.m. tomorrow.
That's what we're calling it.
Okay.
Let's move on. There is, first of all, I've never been more.
Guys, I almost choked at my desk today on water, and I almost passed away, and Branson and Wyld didn't even notice, and I'm kind of upset about it, and that's all I have to say.
We noticed, we didn't react. Fiona Harvey, she is the woman that inspired the Netflix series Baby Reindeer.
Mm-hmm.
In case you missed it, Fiona did an interview, the real life Martha. Fiona did an interview with Piers Morgan last week, and it's gone like super viral. Like, I think the last time I checked, it had like 10 million views on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so, like, the biggest thing on the internet.
Remember, this documentary is about her being, in quotations, obsessive, crazy.
It's a scripted show, but like
based off true events.
But no, it is a true story, Netflix said. When they started the show, you know how normally sometimes it'd be like based off true events, inspired by. No. Netflix said this is a true story. She crazy.
Okay, so then in that case, my verbiage was off, but this is even better then.
It makes it even spicier. So Fiona, I almost want to call her Martha every damn time.
Do not.
Fiona went on Piers Morgan's show last week. She did a full interview. The interview's popping. However, Fiona said she only received about, in American dollars, like $313 for the entire interview. She says, I asked if that's what they paid everyone, and if so, I wanted to see documentation to that effect. First of all, it's giving Baby Reindeer. The moment you start asking for documentation, it's giving Baby Reindeer.
I'm waiting for her to start harassing Piers Morgan.
She continues, that documentation has not been forthcoming. I have not signed a contract for the interview, and I will be seeking far more than a piddling 250 euros or $313 that she got for the interview, end quote. She goes on to say, he didn't even say goodbye. And only and only got the photograph taken with me because he needed it for the publicity. Girl,
welcome to Hollywood.
He is not your friend.
You have a full movie about how crazy you are.
You were not on a date.
It's time to zip it up.
Because you ain't helping the stalker.
I'm really convinced now.
She's never gonna beat the allegations acting like this.
Right.
Hey, come on.
She should have came in there full poise, like been like, okay, I'm not cool.
I will say she was really well spoken. She has a law degree, but so did Martha.
Okay. I thought in the interview she was really giving Martha.
Okay, I 100%. If you watch Baby Reindeer the show,
yes,
and then you watch Fiona Apple on Piers Morgan.
When I say great casting, 100% raises for all.
But I will say Netflix is really messed up for this though, because like
they ruined her life for sure. Like if you did this, like if you did a Netflix special, like the girl who sat across from me and I did a show with, but
and
I
it's
was
like
in my 20s,
and it's a short white girl with dark hair and blue eyes,
and she looks like me and like talks like me. That's so fun.
It's so messed. Like it's the exact.
And you go, she would come into office and talk to me about all her love life problems, and like it was like.
The only thing they changed was the bang. Like Martha didn't have the bang that Fiona has, but
what do you mean that?
The bang.
Explain to the people.
A literal bang, like a hair bang.
Okay.
Fiona, the real Martha had a bang when she went on Piers Morgan, but like Martha.
Maybe she had a new hairdo. She didn't have the bangs when she was being crazy. He doesn't know her new hairstyle. How are we supposed to cast for who you are now?
So Fiona has claimed that she will be suing Netflix, Robert Gaddy, I believe is his last name.
Okay.
As well as the Daily Mail.
All right.
Because she's mad at
How we escaped that one?
She's mad at the Daily Mail because she did an interview with the Daily Mail.
Right.
Remember, I was like, we should get,
we
should look for the real Martha from Baby Reindeer a couple weeks ago. And you go, absolutely. We would have been on the list probably.
I 100%.
And she's suing TMZ Verified.
What I want to know is she was in this documentary based off of like what she's done in the past, okay? Yes. She's watching it, but she claims that she did not watch it.
But knew every detail of the entire
So my
series.
question is...
She goes in episode 3, a timestamp 14 minutes.
I mean, I know we were all listening, being like, you definitely saw it.
We definitely saw the interview.
But that's going to take... Okay. To sue the person that you did this to, you know, have we learned nothing?
But like, I'm kind of on her side. By the way, the guy's name is Richard Gadd. But I'm kind of on her side with this though, because it's like, okay, this is a thing that happened. Like she also says that she did not go to jail. She did not spend any time in jail. She was never like arrested for any of this.
And didn't email him.
Well,
and then she goes back on
she
it.
Didn't email him 40,000 times.
She says she doesn't at all. Then she says she did.
Maybe.
Then
about 12 times. Did you say about 12?
Yeah, and she goes, we were friends. I did tweet him 40 times. Like, and you know what? Like, that does get a little messy. I can understand that. What I'm concerned about and what everyone is saying on TikTok right now about this interview, literally stitching it, how you should have just let like if this was about me, you should have just let the Netflix documentary go on about herself, but then don't go public because no one knew who you were.
No one knew.
Everyone was just speculating.
Well, we can't say no one knew. There were people like internet
speculating.
Who, like speculating. No, you're right though, because the bottom line is it was all
speculating.
Yeah,
she came out and goes, "It's me."
And then she goes, "None of the details are me." Well, is it you or is it not you?
And
lady?
You know what I'm going to do? Go on Piers Morgan and really confirm that it's me, because that's what I'm saying. I think, you know, to Richard's point, he's making a documentary about his life. He was affected by her actions, so he's allowed to do whatever. Alleged actions.
Say according to
the movie.
According to Fiona.
According to the doc. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then she shouldn't have come out and go, "It's me."
Yes. I don't know.
And on TikTok, people are stitching it, being like, "Well, how did you know that? How did you know this?"
Charlie Cotton, who hosts our TMZ podcast, just the TMZ podcast, not the TMZ Verified podcast, which we're on right now. Charlie Cotton had a good point or a good idea. He goes, "You know what Netflix should do? They should make Baby Reindeer 2, but just from Martha's perspective." And I go, Now, granted, it would be a rom-com because she think they go together. But like, why can't we get Fiona Harvey's side of the story?
I feel like we're minimizing what Richard went through with this situation also.
Yeah.
This was a true story. He went through these things. She is now being like...
Well, there are 3 sides to every story.
Okay, well, mine
Richard's
currently
side,
is...
Fiona's side, and Martha's side.
Wyld. I feel like it's Netflix's side at this point.
Yeah, we're just going to see how this plays out.
What do you guys think? Do you think that it's right that Richard made this about his life? Okay, it literally says it's a true story. And then she goes public with who she is. It's similar to like, he went through a difficult time with her actions.
Yeah, I don't think
is it appropriate?
Nah. I think people should be able to tell their stories.
You think regardless.
But I think that there is a burden of protection that networks and organizations have to like protect people.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, yeah, you can tell your story, but like now you're going to open up this and ruin this person's life.
But Pierce really made her look crazy, so that was good for Richard.
He tried to get some answers, I think. Didn't really get any. All right, let's move on. Quiet on Set, the documentary that aired a bit ago, which kind of detailed like a lot of the alleged abuse, both like physical, mental, sexual, as well as like toxic work environments that all went down on various Nickelodeon TV show sets back in the day. Well, we thought we heard the like, I don't even want to say the last of it, but we thought we heard what there was at least to hear. However, Lori Beth, who, if you don't know Lori Beth, like everybody, if you watch all that as a kid, if you were like a Nickelodeon person, I
You'll
think she was
know.
on Amanda at one point too. Like Lori Beth has since come out and she said that like she experienced like a litany of things at the hand of Dan Schneider. She says that one, she was a cast member between 1994 and 1998. She says that the abuse started on her 19th birthday. She said Dan invited her to a meeting. He showed her like pornographic clips, and then he even showed her a scene where a woman performed oral sex on a donkey. She goes on to say that like their relationship turned sexual. She began having sleepovers at his house. They would give each other massages and like watch porn. It's really weird. She said, you know, and this is a quote, "I couldn't have been more green. I couldn't have been more vulnerable," end quote. So she says that like this was a point where she was very young and he was allegedly taking advantage of her.
He also did like phone sex with her, so it was not even just in the presence. It was like when she left there, which if you got to think, if she's going to work with this man, okay, and then it's going home with her, she's going to his house. It's a never-ending cycle.
It never escaped. So I don't know. I feel like this is one of those things where, at least from our perspective, like we did all of our investigating on this side, like we read all the stories, we kind of thought we knew everything that happened, and it's almost like, what else are we gonna find out about Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider and with the kids, the shit that these kids went through? Like,
Okay, but where is at one point are we going to go, where's his punishment for all of these things? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so we have, Lori Beth, we have Drake Bell, we have so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. But then at what point do we go, okay, that number is enough that he needs to be punished for what he did? Because clearly it's a pattern. Clearly it actually happened. There's no way you have this many victims, alleged victims, without...
Well, the Drake Bell situation did involve someone other than Dan Schneider, but there were, of course, like reports just from other Nickelodeon stars that talked about Dan Schneider's toxic behavior.
Specifically.
Right. I just feel like I don't really know where this goes. So Dan Schneider, for his part, has responded to the allegations from Lori Beth, and he says he said they are wildly exaggerated and in most cases false, end quote. So Schneider told us, he said, or tells TMZ, "As I have previously stated, there were times, particularly in early years of my career, that I made mistakes and exhibited poor judgment as a leader. If I did that, with respect to Lori Beth, I sincerely apologize to her, but I cannot apologize for things that I did not do."
Here are the key words from this, okay? I made mistakes in my early career. Is this one of them?
Kind of like, sir, you kind of...
I exhibited poor judgment as a leader. Okay, is this one of them? And if I did that alone...
Because nobody never says, if I murdered somebody. I ain't never say that. Like, if I committed that crime.
If I did that.
I'm not saying I did.
If I went to that party, I may have gotten a little drunk. But you know, say that if you're home.
Like...
Yeah, this is not good.
Yeah.
At this point, take responsibility, send yourself in. You're not going to escape it. And this is just going to keep on going, and more people are going to come out if he doesn't get charged with something.
You know what's crazy is that once I like got a little bit older and I like started working in entertainment, I always would like question like, where are all the Nickelodeon kids? Like, or like, where are all the Disney stars at? Like, why are they not famous anymore? And what I'm starting to think is that they went through so much shit as kids.
Yeah.
That it seems like they were like destined for doom.
Right. I'm thinking even like, Amanda Bynes, how she like turned out and like the mental health aspect of that. Was it that she was crazy, or was it that she went through so much emotional, physical abuse that like this is like what happened?
Just the reality.
What's interesting too is I bet some of you comment down below on YouTube if you agree. When we're little, we all want to be them, right? There's an element 100%. Of like, you would turn on the TV after school and you go, I want to be on that show. And especially us, like in the pop culture celebrity, journalism role, you want to be a part of it.
Right.
But if this was the price that it costs,
I don't think I want it.
I mean, that is
too much of a gamble.
No.
Too much of a gamble.
But at the time, we're just thinking they got lucky, they got discovered at the mall. They got, and maybe it's so much darker than that. It's really crazy.
It's a lot going on. We'll have to see how this plays out. At one point, they were talking about doing a like part 2 to Quiet on Set. I don't think that's come out yet, but I'm excited. I'm not excited, but I'm looking forward to seeing like if Lori Beth will be a part of that, and then like what what else we'll find out. And I think it's like important for people to be able to, especially young celebrities like this, to be able to share those stories that they've probably been holding on to
That's what I'm saying.
for the last 10, 15 years.
What would have her career been like if she, not that she didn't have a great career, I'm saying, what would it have been like with Nickelodeon specifically? If, would she be in a movie with Nickelodeon if she didn't, have that experience?
Fair to say, because she kind of went away after.
Right. I would too. Stuff. I would too, genuinely.
Honestly, though, I got to get my mental together after this.
You got to have some heart for these people.
Yeah,
this is their life at the time. I don't know. I'm waiting for what's going to happen. Is it going to be where he's like exiled from all things Hollywood, where he cannot work anymore in the sphere? Or is it like he, criminal punishment? Is it, what's going to happen with all this? Because you don't go through life doing stuff like this to people with no repercussions.
Just unscathed. All right, y'all. It's the end of the show. It's our favorite part of the show. And I feel like we're going to do this every week until y'all get tired of it. But y'all know what it's time for. It's time for
Gypsy Rose update. Gypsy Rose, jip. We got an update for you.
Hit it, Steph.
Okay. Gypsy Rose did some Mother's Day posting, I would say.
She did. She which was just the headline.
Just the headline.
Gypsy Rose Mother's Day. So she posted an 8-minute video on TikTok.
8 minutes. Where
she I guess we can say she shouted out her mom, Dee Dee, for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Let me read you a little bit of it. This was from Sunday. She goes, "Today is Mother's Day, and I wanted to make a video basically celebrating the really strong and wonderful women that have been in my life and have been mother figures to me over the last 8 years." She continues, "It did not go without notice that my own biological mother is not here to celebrate Mother's Day. And what I choose to feel on Mother's Day regarding my own mother is that I think the best of her." Okay, she goes on to say, "I think about the good times. I think about not what she did to me, but I think about her as a person. Was she a good mom? No. Was she the best mom in the world? No. But she was still my mom." End quote.
Okay.
And I know what you're thinking. Gypsy, your own biological mother would have been here to celebrate if...
No, I'm not thinking that.
Oh,
listen, we know that it's not great to kill people. Okay, here on the TMZ Verified podcast, we do not support murder.
We do not.
But we do support people that are like formed, learned some things.
Okay.
And she had to kill her because she was feeding from a tube and like she was going through a lot and getting her teeth yanked out. There's like some things going, we could go either way with this based off your opinion. What I'm trying to say is at least she mentioned her mom in the Mother's Day post. Yes, she killed her. For sure. Guys, come on. Don't make this weird for me. I'm thinking that at least she mentioned and acknowledged that she wasn't a good mom, but like, that's my mother.
Okay.
What do you think?
She goes, "I had to take her ass out, but..."
Okay, listen. Yeah, like, would you give your dad a biological Father's Day post? Me either.
Why she?
I wouldn't.
Why you had to put out business out there in the street?
We both got no fucking,
We ain't got no daddy.
My biological father is fully alive. We don't speak, but then my stepdad, who is my real dad, miss him. Love him. It's so fucked up. But you know what? I like that she posted about it. Okay? That's relatable.
Yo, where my real dad at?
I'm so
Jail.
over. You know what?
Jail.
We've been through some shit, but you know what? She's keeping it real. I'm so over the post of like, "Daddy, I love you so much." It's like a pic of them from last week. Must be nice. She's saying like, my mom raised me and like, shit went down.
We gotta get out of here.
Going.
But I do not believe that Olivia Rodrigo's top fell off. I think that was intentional because she needed a publicity stunt because nobody's talking about that tour. Have a good week.
Would you go to it?
No.
Olivia, I'd go.
Have a good week. We'll see y'all later. Bye.